Hello, my beautiful listeners. Welcome to Life Podcast, a show where we seek solutions to life's challenges and discuss ways to improve our life experience. Now, today's topic is about regret. Has anyone ever experienced regret in their life? I don't think there's anyone on this planet who's never felt the emotion of regret. It's a very common experience, but the first thing you need to understand about dealing with regret is to forgive yourself and the situation. I know, it sounds cliche, but if you hold on to the past, then you'll never be able to move forward to the future. One of the purposes of this podcast is to help you learn important lessons so that you can identify and avoid problems. But if you've already had an experience, then try to recognize the value in it. Essentially, no experience in life is really a bad experience if you're willing to learn from it. In fact, all experiences teach you a valuable lesson, that is, to prevent yourself from repeating the same mistakes. And if you learn that lesson early on a smaller scale, then you also save yourself from making the same mistake on a bigger scale in the future. See, a life without any negative experience can be tricky because you don't develop the necessary skills of how to better handle circumstances which help you become wiser. And gaining wisdom can be very valuable in fine-tuning your intuition and shaping your life. It's just like going to the gym. When you lift heavy weights, you might feel some strain, and that doesn't feel so good at the time, but you're actually developing muscle that makes your body stronger than before. Life coach Tony Robbins has said that good judgment is often the result of experience, and experience is often the result of bad judgment. So the more you learn, the better you become. Of course, there may be days when you feel lost in life, but the interesting thing is that sometimes you've got to get lost before you find yourself. Losing your way helps you realize that something is out of balance and you need to correct it. And sometimes it's the pain that drives you to improve things. Once you appreciate all that you have in your life, all the good experiences, as well as all the knowledge and wisdom that you've gained, then you won't end up wasting time on regret. Each experience really shows you how you behave in certain situations. You can learn a lot about yourself if you reflect back on those situations. Just remember, what you think is working against you is actually working for you. So instead of feeling terrible, consider appreciating your life experience for making you a better and wiser person. Don't let little awkward situations become the dominant theme of your life. Rather, realize that you have gained new wisdom and insight. And these are valuable tools that can help you create your ideal life. Life has a unique way of sculpting your character by designing new life experiences for you. But we human beings seem to have a difficult time letting go of the past. In fact, a lot of people consume large amounts of their day repeating negative experiences in their mind. But hanging on to feelings like resentment or disappointment is like carrying a bag of garbage on your head. The longer you hang on to it, the more it stinks, and the person it most affects is you. So learn to develop the skill of letting go. Letting go really is a skill, because you literally have to train your mind and body to slow down the negative momentum when you're in the middle of it. This can be tricky at first, but with practice, you will get better at recognizing your thoughts, acknowledging them, and then redirecting your focus. But be mindful that letting go is not the same as ignoring your feelings. In fact, without addressing the root cause of what's bothering you, an unresolved past memory might creep back into your life, keeping you stuck in a vicious cycle. But when you deal with a core issue, then you truly release yourself from past trauma, and you're able to move forward in life with a sense of ease and poise. There's a saying that resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. So just remember this saying the next time you sense yourself getting sucked into the cycle of negativity. Let go of the past and let go of everything that has ever held you back. The past does not define you unless you choose to live there. And these negative feelings are nothing more than chains that are imprisoning your personality and preventing your true essence from shining through. Have you ever seen a loose fire hose? Think of your mind as a fire hose and the water as your thoughts. With strong water pressure, an uncontrolled fire hose moves erratically in all directions and can maybe even injure someone. But when well directed with coordination, the same fire hose can be used to save lives. Similarly, if we don't take control of our mind, then it automatically starts wandering off in all directions, thinking about random things that don't even matter. But when well directed, your mind can actually bring lots of joy and symmetry to your life. Your mind is a powerful tool, but you have to use it wisely instead of letting it use you. In the field of neuroplasticity, scientists have found that when you repeatedly think certain thoughts, then you strengthen neural connections in your brain that are related to those thoughts. And when you stop practicing old bad habits, then you eventually break old neural connections. Think of neural connections as a bridge for your thoughts to travel. So when you've built a bridge, sometimes it may be used simply because it exists. So if you're feeling annoyed for no apparent reason, it may just be an electrochemical signal that's traveling through an old neural circuit that you've built. You need to break that bridge so that connection will no longer exist. And you can start to do that simply by pursuing healthy new experiences that give you joy, and stop repeating old destructive behaviors and thoughts so that you eliminate those unwanted neural connections. This is very important to know because you can rewire your entire emotional circuitry simply by the power of your thoughts. Remember, you are designing the blueprint of your brain every day simply by your daily thoughts and actions. So challenge your old beliefs and consider new ideas and values that are constructive. These adjustments may seem small, but they have the potential to change the entire trajectory of your life. With this knowledge, don't waste another second on regret. Be practical and take action to change things for the better. Learn from your experience so that you can start feeling better about your present and more confident about your future. That's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, then be sure to like this video and share it with a friend who might find it useful. Take care of yourself, and as always, live your highest potential.